Hello, my name is Anthony Shivkumar and welcome to the Vancouver SEO Expert video series. In this video, I want to talk more about local business. All right. When I talk about local business, I mean your clients are only local or your customers are only local, and there is no point in you ranking for a broader set of keywords or rather more general. You really want to rank for keywords such as, a plumber near me, or a restaurant near me, or SEO in Vancouver. So where people put in an exact location in the search term, you want to basically show up if you are operating in that particular area, and if that's where you do business. So the first thing you can do is you want to tell Google or Bing or any search engine that you physically operate at this particular address. So there's something called Google My Business or Bing My Place, where you basically register your business on search, and they will send you a letter at your physical address with a code. This shows that it just basically validates that you actually operate at this particular address, and because you operate at that particular address, it knows that you are basically a local business, and you want to register for that, because if you want to show up locally, then it's a good opportunity for you to basically tell search that we operate at this particular location, and our customer base is only in this particular location, right? So if you're operating only in Greater Vancouver, and if your address is at Burnaby, that's where your headquarters is or your main office is, then you'll get a letter from the search engines. And now when people search for XYZ near me, if they happen to be near Burnaby and your business operates out there, you will show up. And that's what you really want. You don't want to show up, say, somewhere in Toronto or in America or in India, somewhere random, because it doesn't make sense. Even if you show up, you can't service your customers in those locations, especially if you're a plumber or if you're a restaurant. You have a physical location. So it does not make sense to rank for a global set of keywords. You want to rank specifically for a particular location. The second thing that you can do, and you should do, is put that address on your website. All right? Put the address of your location or your main office on your website. Why is this important? Because Google or search will pick it up. So now not only have you registered with the search engine, you're also now when it scans your website or parses your website, it knows that this website actually belongs to this particular location. And it also helps, customers or prospects or clients who come to your website to know that where's your headquarters or where's your main office at. So that's number two. So when you want to register your business on search engines, the second thing is you want to put that address also on your website. The third thing is you also want to put on, especially in the footer of your website, the areas that you serve. So if you are basically serving Greater Vancouver, and you serve Richmond, you serve Delta, you serve North Vancouver, East Vancouver, West Vancouver, Coquitlam, Port Moody, Victoria, Surrey, put that on your website. Put that on your website, because search will pick those up. And if people are searching for those search terms, and they're searching, Burnaby is there any SEO agency near me in Burnaby, or if there's any SEO agency near me in Richmond, because you mentioned it on your website, it'll be able to pick up those locations for a broader set of keywords. All right, so make sure that you have the locations you serve in the footer of your website. Don't make it too spammy, but a footer is the best place to put it, because it doesn't appear to be spammy, but it also displays your full sitemap. It shows you, the overall locations that you serve, the products that you serve, and where's your client base and what's your reach like. The fourth thing you can do is citations. Now, what are citations? Now, citations are very similar to backlinks, but they're not quite. For example, if you operate in Greater Vancouver, then make sure that you are part of some big networking events, such as a BNI, or if you're part of a Chamber of Commerce or a Board of Trade or other networking events. Because when you are a member of those big organizations, what they'll do is they'll put your company name and your name on their website, and that gives you a local presence. because a BNI is very specific to a chapter. Richmond Chamber of Commerce is specific to Richmond in British Columbia. Similarly, the Vancouver Board of Trade is specific to Vancouver Board of Trade, right? The Surrey Board of Trade is again specific to the Surrey Board of Trade. Similarly, to Burnaby. So if you are part of those chamber events, or or if you're a member in one of those organizations, it sends a strong signal to search that this particular business operates within this area. And because it operates within this area, it's clearly a local business. So there is no point for me to show this website for something very broad. If anybody is searching for terms locally in this area, there's a lot of local businesses that are referencing this particular website. And generally, the Board of Trades and the Chamber of Commerce are very good websites to have a link to your website, basically. And this is what we call citation. So that's pretty much the main critical elements. And the last but not the least is reviews and testimonials. You want to get local reviews, local testimonials, and you also want to do an outreach to local bloggers, right? So they can give you and review your website. So go out there and make sure that if you're getting reviews and testimonials and anything that is that emphasize that you're a local business in that particular area, make sure that you are a part of it. All right. So go give an outreach to a particular blogger and say, what, can you give me a review? Because you basically take care of the local community, right? What I generally do is for local reviews, I go and tell all my clients who are local, especially if they have businesses locally. For example, if there's a flooring company, then if they give me a review for helping them in SEO, and that flooring company is a local company, so then that sends a strong signal that this is a local brand, because now a local company is also referencing my brand. So in order to be good at local SEO, make sure you are registered for the My Business, Google My Business, or Bing My Places. These are predominantly the two biggest search engines. Then make sure you put the address on your website. That's number 2. Then you want to put the locations you serve on your website. That's number 3. Then you want to be in show the areas that you serve, all the locations that you serve. That's number 4. Number 5 is you want to be part of all the local networking events. Be a member of those events, member of those organizations like Chamber of Commerce, Richmond Board of Trades, Richmond Chamber of Commerce, Burnaby Board of Trades, Vancouver Board of Trades, and then you want to get local reviews, especially from local businesses that are proud of your services. Even the local community, it could be even a consumer or a business owner, but they got to be physically residing in the Greater Vancouver area, and that will send a strong signal to search that you operate locally. So these are the small little I call them low-hanging fruits that you can fix in order for you to be more dominant locally. My name is Anthony Shivkumar, and please hit the subscribe button below if you found this video series helpful. I also recommend you going to blog.ansend.com and subscribing to our blog, because I write a lot of blogs, particularly about SEO, how to rank high on search, purely for the Vancouver community. All right, especially for local businesses in Vancouver. I got a lot of ultimate guides, so you can go on Google literally and search for Vancouver SEO guide, and you'll see a couple of my blogs pop up. So go out there and read those blogs. They really help you dominate search like no tomorrow. And once again, thank you for listening to this podcast. My name is Anthony. Until next time.